Okay, so this is our BOGA, our mobility, strength and stretch session. You will need a mini band for this, okay? But you can actually do it without it. You just do the moves. There's 3 moves with the mini bands. And you can do them without if you want to. But ideally with a mini band, it will just help do a bit more strength work through it. And all the other stuff is our normal mobility stuff. As always, got to start off with our warm-up. Okay, so with this, we normally do this in bare feet or socks. With a warm-up because we're doing a bit of jumping around. Just keep your trainers on. And it's got really soft matting. So here we go. Doing our jumping jacks. Hopefully you've had a good morning. It's nice and sunny, a bit chilly. So nice and easy on the warm-up to start with. Okay, change it to heel flicks. Flicking the heels all the way up, halfway up with the heel flicks. That's good. There we go, change the knee raises again, just halfway up. And change. That's it. Again, just halfway up with the knees, just doing those knee raises. Good, here we go, I've got my timer. Do reverse lunge and reach. So reach up and back, switch legs. Reverse lunge and reach. Big stretch up through here. Good, and next, we're going to that squat and twist. Let's go, change. Squat, twist, just to one side. Squat and twist. Then we're going to go into the press up position, step and reach. Good, I know this is strength, a bit of mobility, but this warm up will really help. Obviously the warmer your muscles, more mobility to get through them. So here we go, press up position and change. So step, reach, and change. Step, reach, change. Big reach up, swap sides, and do a press up. Step, reach, swap sides. Good, and back to jumping jacks. Let's go. Yeah, just mixing them up a little bit. Good, and next one we're going to do our forward lunge and twist. Here we go, so change, step, twist, back up. Bringing that upper body rotation, warm up the legs, step, twist, step, twist. Good, next one we're going to be in that wide leg squat stance. Squat and reach over the top. Here we go, change. So feet nice and wide. Squat, reach. Big reach over. Squat, big reach. Then next one, into the press up position. Drop the hips. lift the hips, stretching out through the abs and the legs, and change. So here we go, stretch out through the abs, the legs, press up, and again, abs, legs, press up. And another one. And one more time through into our jumping jacks. Nice and quick this time. When you get warmed up, the sun on my back is lovely. Let's go mix them up. Let's go punch, stretch up, reach up, shoulder press arms. Jack press, jack press. And once more we're going to do is heel flicks. Here we go, change. Flicking the heels up. Next one will be knee raises. Let's go a little bit quicker, get that heart rate up. And change, knees up. And next one to our last three moves, which will be leg swings, arm circles and chest stretch, and those walkouts. Here we go. So a straight leg, stretching out through the back of the legs. Good. Next one we're doing those arm circles and then chest stretch. And change. So big reach up, circling forwards. And backwards. Get a big reach at the top. Stretch out nice and tall. Up we go. Reach. And stretch out through the chest. And last thing to do, those walkouts into a press-up position. Here we go, change. Press up, walk the hands back, stretch. And change the hands you move first. Big reach. Let's do one more. And stretch up. Good work, folks, good work. So here we go, I'm going to just set my timer on this one. Here we go, timer. Tabata timer. Start today, 1 second. One of those. Minute. I'm just going to do 15 seconds in between these now, just to so you don't need to do loads of time in between. So our first one. Need your mini band. So we're going to do a squat and then 6 or 8 marches. Okay, just do as many the number you can. Okay, so marching up, so one squat with the band around the top of the feet, nice and high up. Okay, so we're going to do one squat and then march 6 or 8 times, drive the knees up. Okay, Here you go, 1 minute, let's go. Drive those knees up. And squat. So squat, drive the knees up. 1, 2, 6 or 8 times. And again, squat. Nice big deep squat. 1. Drive the knee up. Maybe bring the foot forwards. Don't leave the foot underneath. So bring the foot up to the front. Don't leave the foot underneath you. And squat. Here you go. 20 seconds to go. And squat. Good. Drive that knee up. And rest. Okay, the next one we do this in our warm-up, our lunge and reach. Use the band if you want to put more work through the shoulders. Otherwise, just do this with your hands. So the reverse lunge, reach up. And let's go. So up, breathe twice. Switch legs. Remember to push the hips through. If you feel it stretch through the hip flexors. And up. 2 big deep breaths. Remember, if you want to make it more of a stretch, put the knee down, lean back, reach up nice and high. If you want to make it more work through the legs, hover the knee, push the hips through. Again, if you're pulling these bands apart, if you're using a band, you should be really feeling this in your shoulders already. If it works too much in the shoulders, just ditch the band. One more. And rest. Okay, so next one we're into our prone position, step and reach. Okay, so in a press up position, step up, reach up with a hand. Here we go. Step, breathe, reach, breathe. And here we go, optional press up, step, reach, and swap. Step, reach. Remember, breathe at each point. Press up is optional, step, breathe, reach, breathe. Halfway. Step, reach, and change. Step, breathe, reach, breathe, and change. Excellent. So now back on our mini bands. This time we're doing that squat and side kick. So if you see what we're going to do here, we're going to work one part of your body part, and stretch it. This time squat, kick to the side, 6 or 8 times. 6, 7, 8. Squat. Nice and low. Seven, 8. Big deep squat. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one I always have to drop down to 6. Find this one really tough. Through here, 2, 6, and again, squat. 4, 5, push against that resistance, 6, squat. And again, that's a 3-second warning, and rest. So obviously worked here, so what we're going to do next is stretch here. When we're in that press up position, doing a hip stretch, basically put the leg out to the side, lower your weight down, and then switch sides. Press up in between if you want to. So here, step, lower, 2 breaths, up. If you want to do a press up, remember lower, 2 big deep breaths to really exaggerate that stretch. Just find out where's best position to feel the stretch here, whether your foot's up here, down there, leg bent, leg straight. Doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as you're getting that stretch in your hips through here, just where we've just worked. So we're going to work, stretch, work, stretch, work, stretch. Then lower, breathe twice, switch. And switch. Let's go down a little. Breathe twice, 1, 2, switch. 3-second warning. I think I prefer the beeper. Okay, so this one's a bit of a new one. So you can either put the band around your knees or around your feet. So this time, we're going to start on one side of your mat. So we're going to do half squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stand up. So halfway down in a squat, step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you really work the thighs here. Stand tall, half a squat. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stand up. Okay, if you're struggling with this, 1, 2, 3, stand up. Back down, halfway down only. You don't have to go really low. Halfway down and up. Again, squat, half squat. 1, 2, 3, up. If you can, stay down for the 6. Up. 3-second count. 1, 2, and rest. Okay, so we've worked the thighs and the glutes. This time we're going to do our racing pigeon pose. So stretching out your backside. Okay, so in that press up position, bring your knee through the middle. Lower the chest. 1, 2 breaths. Up. Optional press up, then the other knee. 1, 2 breaths. Remember you're stretching here through the glutes. 1, 2. Really good stretch. Big breaths. Every time you breathe out, try and sink a little bit lower. And up. And change. Nice and low. And up. And rest. Okay, so that's one cycle done. We've got 2 more to go through. So let's see, we got on Facebook. Yeah, no problems, Susanna. We've got a few problems. It's only me and Wendy on Zoom, so I don't know what's happened there. Everything else looks all right. Okay, so we're going to go through all 7 moves again. Twice more, actually. Okay. So if you're ready, you need your band. So the first one is our mini band squat and march. So do 6 or 8 marches, putting the band around the feet. Like I said, it's actually better to do this in bare feet. Less likely to break the band, and it also gives you a better feel for the floor when you're doing the exercises. So here we go. Do it again. So squat and march. Now to drive that foot forwards, don't leave it underneath. 6, 7, 8. Squat. Nice deep squat. Trying to get your thighs parallel to the floor. Up nice and high. Bringing that foot forward. 7, 8. Squat. 5. And to stay tall, squeeze your abs. Always engage your abs at every opportunity. Helps with any and every exercise. In fact, it's really important for every and any exercise. Just give you a strong core to work from. Okay, so rest. And our next one is our reverse lunge and reach. You can do this with or without a band. The band is just going to put more work through your shoulders. Okay, so reverse lunge, reach up, and if you want to work the shoulders, keep that band shoulder width apart throughout when you lower and raise. Okay, if you want more of a stretch through the hips, put the knee down, lean back, push the hips through more. 2 breaths. If you want more work through the legs, as well as the shoulders and the stretch, hover the knee. Push that hip through. Good, strong reps. Really working these shoulders if you're pulling this band apart still. About 15 seconds. A few more reps. And up. And again. And rest. Okay, so like I said, we've worked one bit and then we're going to stretch one bit. So this time we're going to do our press up position, step and reach. So no bands needed. Just up, push the hips into the floor, breathe. Reach. Big deep breath out. Switch sides. Step. And change. Optional press ups. Step and reach. Big stretch up through the chest here. Don't forget to do the stretch as you step. Push the hips into the floor and reach. So again, this is a multi-body part stretch. So through the hips and the groin and then up through the upper body. Pushing those hips into the floor, reach up and change. Rest. Okay, so we're back on a mini band. This time we're doing our squat, kick out to the side, 6 or 8. I find this really tough, so I'm going to stick with 6. So I'm not overloading through the hips too much. So squat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice deep squat. Again, up, compose or position yourself right. 6. Nice and long squat. And get the chest up, looking ahead. 5, 6. That's good. Big deep squat. So we're working out here. You're really feeling this by now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ouch, 6, ouch. Okay, so we've worked this bit, rest. Now we're going to stretch this bit. Remember, in that press up position, put the foot out to the side, lower your weight down, stretch through the hips. Optional press up as always. So step out to the side, lower. 2 big deep breaths. Up, change sides. Switch sides again, just put in a root position. Doesn't matter where your leg goes, as long as you feel the stretch through here and there's no stress in your knee. And change. Drop the hips, lower your weight down. 1, 2 breaths. Change. That's great. Love this stretch. And rest. Okay, so back on a mini band again. If you haven't got a mini band, you can still do this. Just do it without the band. Okay, so we're going to do 3 steps. Stand up and drop. So half a squat. 1, 2, 3. Stand up. Lower. Half a squat. 1, 2, 3. Up. Halfway. 2. You should be trying to step just over shoulder width apart. Half a squat. 1, 2, 3. You never know what to do with your hands on this, do you? Try here. 2, 3. And up. Back down. 1. Good deliberate step. Pushing against the band. Up. Half a squat. 2, 3. And up. Half a squat. Step. Step. Again, this really works. Those thighs on fire. Up. And rest. Okay, so last one in this one is our racing pigeon pose. Remember stretching out the glutes, give the legs a bit of a break. So in a good strong press up position, bring the knee through the middle, lower, 1, 2 breaths, up and change. Again, bring the knee up as high as you can, put the foot in a position where there's no stress in the knee, but you've got a big stretch in the glutes. This is all just much about mobility as well as your strength. Mobility or flexibility. Up, lower, 1 breath, 2 breaths. And up and change. And rest. Good work, folks. Doing great, so just going to go around this once more. Just rest for a minute, just give it a little bit of a breather. Do like this session, really does complement all the jumping around we do during the week, and the running and biking I do as well. Did the Boff morning run this morning on my bike, it was brilliant. Stunning up there at 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning on Devil's Dyke. It was also flipping freezing. Totally wore the wrong clothes. Shorts and t-shirt, I'll be all right. Wrong. Okay, so here we go. Back into our squat and march. Last time through. Let's go. So 1 squat, 6 marches, or 8. 1 squat. 1. Remember to bring that foot forwards. Don't leave the foot underneath. If you know what I mean by that, so you're bringing it here, not leaving the foot here. So you bring the foot forwards and the knee up. And squat. 1, 2. Drive it up, really work against the resistance of that band. Deep squat, and this just gives your legs a bit of a hip, so we hit a little bit of a breather. And again, squat. 1, 2, 6, And again, squat. And rest. Good. So this time, lunge and reach, with or without the band. So reverse lunge, reach up nice and high, breathe twice at the bottom of the move. You want to work the shoulders, use the band. Up. And switch. Now you've got to work the legs as well as stretch through the hips, hover that knee. Got more emphasis in the stretch, put the knee down. Nice big breaths. Switch sides. Good, strong, deliberate moves. Yeah, about 10 more seconds. 2 breaths, reach. And rest. Okay, so it's back into our press up position, step and reach. Giving our legs a bit of a rest. Remember, optional press ups. So good strong press up position to start with. Step, reach, optional press up. Step, breathe, big stretch. Good strong moves, guys. Remember, engage those abs. Keep that back flat. Body straight. Change sides. Again, you don't have to do the press up. Might want to spend longer on the stretch. So if you're not doing the press up, maybe do 2 breaths at the top and the bottom of the move. And rest. So here we go again. The kick outs. The horrible ones. So squat, kick from the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good work. And again, squat. 6 times. Kick from the hips. Keep this leg straight. Just over shoulder width apart, not too wide. Good. Try and keep your balance when you're doing this, so you're not shifting too much. 6. Remember to engage those abs. Stay tall. Good, strong core, middle to work from. Big squat. 2. And squat. And rest. Good, so we've worked this bit. We now want to stretch this with that hip stretch. So remember, in the press up position, I'll do it facing side on this time. So we kick the leg out to side, lower the weight, breathe twice. Back up. Optional press up. Don't bring the knee up too high. So you want to stretch out the hips, not the glutes. And up. Change. Got more of a stretch on this. Do 3 breaths. Or just take longer. In position. Again, as always, no discomfort in the knee or the stretch in the hips. Optional press up. And rest. Got only 2 left to do. We don't need to do masses of stretches after this either, because we've been doing loads. So remember this one, step, 3 steps, stand up, half squat, 1, 2, 3, up. Half squat, 1, 2, 3, stand up. Squat first, 1, 2, 3, up. 3, up. 3, good work guys, well done. Keep your chest up, looking ahead, half a squat, 2, 3 steps, up. Should be feeling a burn in the legs. So you're really working your glutes as well. You'll mainly feel this in your quads. 10 more seconds. And rest. Okay, so here we go. The last one, our racing pigeon pose. Bringing the knee right underneath the chest. Lowering your body, upper body down. 2 breaths. So knee through. Let's go. 2 breaths. Up. Switch. Big stretch through your glutes. So again, no discomfort in the knee, adjust the position of your foot or lower part of your leg. So you're getting stretch here, no discomfort in the knee. Big stretch through the glutes. And rest there. Great work, folks. Well done. Well, so Wendy, I can see you on Zoom. Good effort. Well done. Again, just rest for a minute. And then we're just going to do a few static stretches, only about 3 or 4, because we only really need to do a few down here. Okay, so we'll do a hip stretch, bigger glute stretch, so hip flexor, glutes, and hamstrings. In fact, we'll do the quads as well. So only a few stretches, because obviously we do loads of short stretches here, but there's just a few we want to extend these stretches for a little bit longer, because we've overworked, particularly our hip flexors. We're going to do that one first, hip flexor stretch. So what I want to do is put the knee down, reach up with one arm, so same leg, lean back slightly, push the hips through, and then squeeze the glutes on this same side. And you're trying to feel the stretch in here, okay, not on the top of your quads. Feel it in the quads, just reach up higher, push the hips through more, so you're hitting here, not lower down. Hold this for a little bit longer. Big stretch. We've worked these. Hip flexors, really important tendons. We just need to re-lengthen them. Big reach up. Keep leaning back, pushing the hips through. And change sides. Reach up, lean back, push the hips through. Again, the emphasis is here, not in your quads. We'll do that next. Keep reaching up. Do this for about 10 seconds more. That's good. And then do a quad stretch. Okay, I'll do this lying face down or on your side or standing up, whichever works better for you. In any of them, you bring your knees together, push your hips through, and push the shoe into the hand at the same time. And I'll do this lying face down or on the side. Then push the hips into the floor, push the shoe into the hand or foot into the hand at the same time. Just do that a little bit more to extend the stretch. And then swap sides. I finish doing one face down. Push the hips into the floor, bring the knees together. And push the shoe into the foot into the hand as well. Big stretch through the quads. Lots of work, especially when we're doing that mini band step. 3-step stand up. Release. Okay, we're going to do a glute stretch, but a different one from what we were doing before. So I do the one sitting up like this, or the one sitting back, reaching through. So again, just a different angle for the glute stretch from that pigeon pose. Okay, just want to hold this for a little bit longer than we normally do. A little bit more. And switch. Again, reach through. Pull that thigh in. Want to get the stretch on the bent leg side on your glutes. Just a little bit more. Try and pull it in tighter. And then sitting up. Okay, last one, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. I find this much better for me to stand up. You might do it standing up, lying down, whichever works best. So either way, front legs locked out and straight. Sink back, then lower the chest down. Good, hold for another 10. And standing up and through. Good, and last time on the other side. Sink back. And lower the chest. Big stretch through the back of the thighs here. Hold for another 10. And rest. Excellent work, guys. Well done. Hopefully enjoyed that. Really helped loosen you up a bit, especially through here. Excellent work. Don't forget, Jason tonight is 6 o'clock with his strength and conditioning, and I'm doing a 7 o'clock class in the morning. It's all body weight stuff, and all you need is 3 cones, 8 paces apart. But I'll put a message online about that. Okay, so that's 7 o'clock tomorrow or 6 o'clock tonight. Good to see you guys. Hopefully see you again soon.